Okay folks, this will be a challenging one. I don't know how this one's going to turn out. Let's see how we go with it. Sorry about the shaking. Happens a lot. Comes with the territory. Okay, let's see what this is. It is Cadbury Boost. It's a chocolate bar wrapper. So we're going to try and make an interesting image out of this. Boost. I do like my Boost bars, I really do. Sort of a bit bigger than A5, so it's B5. So B5 I think is 170, no not 170, less than that. I'm going to try and use my intuition here. I think it's 115 actually. So we're going to move it back and forth to start with. No, that didn't work too well, I don't think. It got away too quickly. Yeah, that looks interesting. Not what I'm after. Yeah, the photocopier sounds like it's doing its business. Wondering if maybe we could focus on the word Cadbury and maybe enlarge it and make it a movement piece. So I'm going to quickly do that, because I do like the gold word Cadbury. The thing I hate about Cadbury on television is that they preach to little children. They try to get children, using children as what I call marketing pawns, which I think is really cruel. I really wish they'd stop their stupid targeting of children. But a lot of companies do that now. They use children as marketing pawns, which I do find that very, very disgusting, distasteful. It's not good. It's not a good look, but they do it. It's how much corporations love their money, to the point where they like to take little children and use them as marketing pawns. Really not acceptable in my books. I just don't appreciate that. Anyway, that looks interesting. It looks minimalist, but I've got an interesting look to the word Cadbury. I do like the look of that shape, even though it's a very, how should I put it? Yes, a minimalist piece. I don't like, I've been doing lots of minimalist stuff today, folks. I really have been. It's really been something I have found my work has been taking a trajectory. I'd used a technique in another minimalist job that I just did, where I made it into a negative image, and that produced a more interesting kind of result. So we're going to go and do that again, but we're going to do it differently. We're going to just do our usual setup like we would do if we were photocopying a magazine cover. So we use these settings like that. may not necessarily work well with this, but it works well with magazine images of people's faces. Here a baby. Poor things. It's one thing I'm not going to have, folks, and I won't have to worry about marketing to children, because I'll never have a child. I'll never have a baby. I've never wanted to have my own children, and I'm not even interested in looking after others people's children. So I don't have to worry about marketing. I don't have to worry that I have a child that's vulnerable to these horrible marketing people, these advertising shits. Anyway, that looks really quite interesting. I think red, it looks nice, but it looks a bit wishy-washy in this case. Wondering if we're going to... I like the colours there and there, but I don't like the red. For some reason, I don't like the red. I don't know if we're going to do something different. But yeah, you just get the feeling that these companies just don't care except about their money, and they just really, really use some pretty distasteful methods of gaining profits. And marketing to children is really, really, in my opinion, is immoral. It's not moral, folks, in my books. I find it extremely unpleasant and distasteful that adults who should know better are marketing to children. It's really cruel, and it makes it hard for mum and dad to deal with this. It really is. It's difficult. It makes difficulty in the family. Children don't know how these things work. Why should they be given this horrible treatment? Because children, that's it, they're vulnerable. And these fucktards in power, these executives, don't care. Oh, there's a glass and a half in every one. It's like, fuck that. Now that looks interesting, using the blue setting to change the colour. An interesting result, but not what I'm after. I do think maybe, I don't know what to do with this one, folks. I don't know what to do with it. Going to go with a warmer hue. I'm going to try and experiment a bit. I just really think it's cruel that children are targeted by these marketing fucktards. Yeah, that looks interesting. I can see a little bit more an interesting... Oh, it's much the same. It's really not much different. It's a little bit more darker in orange. Still doesn't look satisfactorily what I'm after. I don't know what to do with this one, folks. I really don't. I'm confused. Totally fucked up confused. Oh, stuff it. We're just going to run it. Look, not everything has to turn out perfect. This is experiments, folks. This is experimental art. This is not your boring conservative type art. You got to get outside the conservative sometimes in order to get good results. And sometimes you don't always get good results. You have to just take risks, calculated ones. This is art. Yeah. In my opinion, this is what it is about. You got to try new things and try out things. When you can't use one method, you try another. You try another method, and if that, it doesn't always come out as you'd like it, but it's art. This experimental art. And art is a very subjective thing. Some people might absolutely like what I've produced, even if I fucking hate it. And I don't really like this colour scheme too much. It's not the worst, but it's not the greatest either in my books. But if someone else likes it, well, that's good. It's all well and good. It's meant to be a little bit subjective, art. And I have been producing lots of minimalist stuff today. But I do hope that the minimalist crowd will appreciate it anyhow. Anyway, that's come up looking interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.